Shit, man. I think shit's sweet, son. I'm about to go up in this motherfucker. Let me know. Queens is in the building. Yo, man, open the door, nigga. Hold up. Yo, Queens is here, nigga, for real, son. Alright. Shit. Let y'all niggas know.
There's no place like home. New York, Queens to be specific. Those the streets I walk. I need peace of mind cause these times are hard. We breaking laws just sitting up in the park after dark cause they shook the police squad not on their job. So at the end of the month the projects got a problem. This is routine and it's the same all over. But more people where I stay. Population increase, my friends even move away. I know so many in the system, I miss them. We had some good times, those days will never be replaced. It don't apply cause Queens is a place like no other. The outskirts, the capital earth, it hurts to know I gotta leave one day too. Cause the state don't love me, you a fool if you think it loves you. The block belongs to the government, so I'ma try to buy land, build a house and keep a gun in it. But for now I'm in Queens running and loving it. Fuck Republicans, let's debate. I'm home now taking notes while politicians is losing weight, sniffing eights, treating hip-hop like garbage. They kids is at the rave like wow, Lord Rock's straight fucking gnarly. They go by my tape and escape, rebel against they bitch ass parents who never related. Q, you made it, and don't ever forget it. Q, Q, Q.
Too much drama, so yeah, regardless of what you think, Q,
Q, to the base,
really begin to Q, too much drama, so get into regardless of your name or what you think, Q, too much drama, so get into really begin to.
Now who the fuck are you to tell me what the streets are rockin'? You cock blocking, but I still be keeping heads bopping. It's hip hopping, we're the soldiers of the culture. We want to death forever, killer queens, we taking over like the Roman Empire, conquer with heart and desire. You talking shit is only adding fuel to the fire. Feel the burn, take it as a lesson being learned. Don't be concerned how the family's out to earn. We on the hustle, moving with the muscle, it's official. You hand your man a tissue, cause your crew's gonna miss you. You're a dead issue, like Jada went and kissed you. Yeah, that's what happens when the Queen's team come to get you. It's an open market and I'm only getting started. Yeah, my plane is coming in and yours is departing, son. I beg your pardon, did you think that I was kidding? The name's BL1 because BL's forever winning from the Q.
Too much drama, so get into regardless of your name or what you think, Q. Too much drama, so get into and then you rap when they begin to Q. Too much drama, so get into regardless of your name or what you think, Q. Too much drama, so get into and then you rap when they
There's no need for jets when you travel with New York Giants. And it's hard to cover book when the ghetto's your clients. My lines, Queen's finest, murder, knowledge, and science. In defiance, born a king, so you can call me a highness. My position to all the Jews, Muslims, and Christians. Put a red dot on your head and make you all change religions. In addition, heal the children like a pediatrician. Jack Daniels, my opposition, petition for prohibition. From the block to prison, in charge of credit cards. Put the metal in your mouth like braces so you can taste it. Faces stay guilty, filthy like HUD Realty. The better man, Queen's veteran, Lala Letterman, double header plan. And I thought I should mention, we touch more ass than proctology conventions. Hoodlums and henchmen, surround my round table. Yeah, we're brothers, how you doing? I'm Kane and he's able.
Too much drama, so get into regardless of your name or what you been through, Q. Too much drama, so get into and then you rap when they begin to Q.
Word up.
Man. Pardon me, man. Just going through my little hip-hop phase. You know, we're celebrating Hip-Hop 50. So, of course, I gotta open up with my boy Lord Rock, a.k.a. Topaz. Maybe you don't know. Lord Rock has been rhyming for a long time. Man, I can't tell you how many treat times we were in the studio just coming up with tracks and rocking. Lord Rock, BL1, Jack D. Hype Man Rich on the track. Produced by my boy Stilo. My man Steve. Wow. Yeah, I met Stilo way back in the day when I was first recording. Trying to be a rapper. Just having fun with it. If you're not having fun, what are you doing? So I said, Steve, please, man, you got these sick beats. Please hook me up. He gave me a couple of treat tracks. I took him to Lord Rock. We started hanging out with Germs. Shout out JS1. Done a lot for me in music. But if you don't know, please go online and search for Lord Rock Hip Hop. You'll find a bunch of his tracks, bunch of stuff that we did, man. We're not just graffiti vandals, man. We're multi-dimensional. Check that out, Lord Rock Hip Hop. Shout him out, kid. And if you don't know, I'm rocking the Cold Heat original sweatshirt made by Too Easy. You are New York. You know, I hung out with Too Easy for a minute in Bushwick, man. Too Easy's a good, talented dude. I went there. He knew we were making music. I was in his little spot in Bushwick where he was making all of his canvases, watching what he was doing. You know, he's on to some really good shit, man. He knows what he's doing. So, you know, he hooked us up and he made us some Cold Heat gear. So when we went out into the elements, to all these clubs, BB Kings, SOBs, we're wearing custom stuff. Looking sharp, crispy. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be. When you go to these events, you can't wear the same shirt every other maniac has on. You don't stand out. You look like a fool standing next to another rapper with a Mark Echo shirt. Not having that, dude. Sorry. The hell with that shit. But yeah, go online, search for Cold Heat on iTunes. Cold Heat Hip Hop. Me and Jack were doing stuff for a while. We have a lot of features with a lot of great people, man. Go online, iTunes. Search for DJ JS1. You're going to hear a lot of really cool treat shit. Real hip hop. Not like what you hear on the radio every 12 minutes. That's not hip hop. Don't do that, please. Right on your phone. Pick it up. Search for these things. You know what I'm saying? You'll learn a lot. And you know what? As an extra special treat, because this is the Christmas edition of Breaking Night with BL, episode 8. I got a Christmas gift for everybody. I don't care who you are. You're going to love it. It's beautiful. What I want you to do is pick up your phone, go on your computer, go on your laptop, and I want you to search for DJ JS1 and the Mixed Greens, the Christmas mixtape. Congratulations. I just blessed you. I promise you, you play that at any Christmas party with you and your boys, you're going to love it. JS1 did an unbelievable job mixing that tape. It's free online to listen to. Stop being cheap, man. You're using your data on a bunch of bullshit. Christmas mix. DJ JS1 and my boy MX, Mixed Greens. Super treat. I've been playing it all week. You know, every radio station you turn on, they're playing Christmas songs. I get it. The same old Christmas songs. Listen to something new and exclusive. Trust me, you can thank me later. I promise you. But don't mind me. I'm just here doing a little doodling. Talk about graffiti. I got blessed by my homie, DSR. New York City Blackbooks. My homie DSR gave me one of the first editions. Unbelievable. D's a sick dude, man. Look at that. Put a lot of work in these streets. And he's an innovator. Like myself, I love it. Creative. So what he did was he put together this book of all these different backgrounds that's real street stuff. Look at this. You got walls, you got buildings, you got subway stations, you got billboards. There's something from Pearl Paint in there. Look at this. Stations, locker rooms. You want to bomb a locker? Do what you got to do. There's a bathroom. You can bomb the bathroom. What an unbelievable job DSR did with this book, man. I recommend you get this. New York City Blackbooks. It's great for sketching and practicing. If you're going to do a mural on a wall and you need some demographic, this is the perfect book to use. Make it nice for you. I co-sign this. Breaking Night with BL fucks with New York City Blackbooks. Gotta love it. You know what else I fuck with? Professionalism. We know Professionalism's book. They did all the trains. You know what I mean? They got the train book. But now if you go on Professionalism site, they have a new joint. They have the freight book. Okay? Go on and get that because that's the new thing now. People are bombing freights all over the country. No matter what state you live in, they're bombing freights. Because it's easier than, a long time ago, we used to have to break into a train yard and risk your life to do some stuff. Now it's like skipping through the woods with your boys, holding hands and shit. Like, la, 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 just going to paint some freights. No one's bothering you. No one's going to run up on you and try and arrest you or beat you up. It's a different environment. I love it. Go on Professionalism site, get one of those books. Want to see a treat book? This is a treat right here. I got this other black book. Let's talk about that. Oh, wow. What do we got here? BL1 and Dessa? Oh, Dessa. Pretty sick. What else we got in here? Oh, shit. Another Dessa. Gotta love Dessa, man. This guy's putting in more work than you and your crew put together. Dessa and Les are out there killing it every night of the week, man. I can't take it anymore. This guy's out taking pictures. He's running around the boroughs, just tracking down everything. Dessa is a true graffiti historian. Oh, what do you know? Another Dessa in his book. What's going on here? What did he do? Hog the whole book? Man, what's it? Dessa? Dessa? What the hell, man? This whole book is filled with Dessa. The whole entire book. I love this kid, man. Dessa grew up in Ridgewood, in my neighborhood, a little bit under me. And he blessed me with a treat. This is a whole black book. Full black book as a treat for me from Dessa. God, I love you. Dude, you are the man. I can't thank you enough. What are we going to do without people like you in this world? Seriously. It's an unbelievable time. But I definitely want to talk about a couple other things. You know, not to be on the negative tip, but I see that the Graff jocking, you know, when we were youngins, you know, we called them Graff jocks. You know, first there's graffiti writers, right? You got the bombers, you got the guys in the hood who are doing things, and then you got the fans. You got people that don't write graffiti, and they like it. They see it, they love it. You know, and the first thing you always do is you look at something, you see a lot of it, and you start to think, wow, who is this person? Is it a bunch of people? Is it one person? When you see like Dessa in every neighborhood all around New York, or back in the day, you'd see Duel up in like Brooklyn and the Bronx and all these things, and who the hell is this guy? What is he, like a big football player? It's like, no, it's not. But now we got a new generation of, I call, Graff jocks. These are people who will do anything in the world to hang out with you. They're literally like the bottom feeders, the tilapia of the ocean, the bottom feeders. They literally go in places, they're jocking these writers, they'll do anything to get them to write in their book, to hang out with them. Like, please, take my number. If you need anything, I'll come get you, I'll pick you up. You want to go bombing? Want me to take you racking? You know, Graff jocks used to be like there was a couple chicks in the neighborhood, they love some writers, but now it's just turned to fuckery, dude. Graff jocking is at an all-time high. And I'm serious. And you know what's even worse than a Graff jock? A Graff vulture. There's grown men graffiti dudes out here preying on the weakest guy in the room and making friends with that guy because he's got a car, he's got a job, he's got some things going on in his life, but he loves graffiti. He loves graffiti so much, he'll do anything to hang out with you. And what you do is you make really good friends with this guy. You're calling him in the morning like, yo, you want to take me racking? Or like, yo, hey, I'm trying to get a bag of weed. You know anybody with some weed? And here comes the Graff jock. Yo, you want some weed? Yo, I'll come right over, man. I got weed. We'll smoke. You need anything else? Some of these people are so bad, you'd bring your girl over to fucking bang this dude. Graff jocks, man. The culture's gotten so bad. It used to just be a very simple, you're bombing, you're writing, you're enjoying life, we're out in the clubs, we're hanging out in the elements. You know, the who's who were in the circles, and the rest you were out of the circle. Now because Instagram and social media, it's like everybody thinks they're in the circle. Just because you follow someone and you like this stuff. Because social media created a whole new genre of Graff jocking. They're on your page, liking your shit, loving your shit. Oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. Disgusting, man. Take a step back, chill out, relax. You know, learn something before you really just start diving on shit. Because I've seen it. I know like grown men writers who are fronting on Instagram like they're doing so well, but meanwhile they're living with somebody else. It's disgusting. Be real and true to yourself. If you're not doing so good, just Stay, you're not doing so good. Don't be out here fronting like I'm doing all these big things and I'm around these big people and you're painting this big picture like you're a Hollywood star. And meanwhile, you're just a background actor. Somebody standing like way in the back in the restaurant. He can't even see you. Don't be that guy. Make your own name. Find your own niche. If you're not into graffiti, that's cool. You're into hip-hop. You're into music. And that's always a good thing. Being creative and doing things with your life is better than just sitting around and doing nothing. I'm guilty of a lot. I'm working on so many things, I can't even keep up. Like, wow, I wish there was like 5 of me. If there was 5 of me, I would be in great shape. Hey, you want to see a treat? Speaking of DSR, my boy right there hooked me up with some treats that only real old school writers would know about. Designer markers. Remember these designers? Alcohol markers? These were the best markers in the world to blend. Alcohol markers. DG was a beast with these things, man. I got some pieces I've shown before. DG doing. Look at this. These things were made of alcohol, and when you put them next to each other, they would blend. The color would blend together, so you could put different colors, and you can create your own color. Unbelievable time. Thanks, man. DSR hooked me up big time, because I'll tell you something, I used to have tons of these. Back in Ridgewood, we had a paint store, and we used to go in there, Art Cove, and we would rack these like crazy. They'd be on the rack, and you would just be up there, you know, you're picking them up, you're putting them in there, and all of a sudden you're tucking them in your sleeve, and you're tucking them in your sleeve, and you're looking for different ones, and you take them and you tuck it in your sleeve. You know, you're just like, hey, excuse me, you got the black ones? You know, you have the black ones? All right. When are you going to get them? Next week? All right. I'll come back and get them next week. Thank you. Appreciate you. You leave there with 20 markers in your freaking sleeve. Old tricks. Man. I was doing this for a while, man. We were racking. And this is how we used to do. You got to get out there and be a part of the culture, man. It's not just about writing your name. There's a lot of parts to it. It's like a car. There's tires, there's doors, there's windshield wipers, there's the motor. And then there's everything else. All the flashy shit. Designers. Man. I can't tell you enough about how much I love designers. But let's talk on another tip. You know, besides my treat shirt I got here from my boy Too Easy, I'm rocking my Hip Hop 50 shirt. Because we're going to talk some hip hop stories. Hip hop and graffiti goes hand in hand. Apparently, somewhere along the line, the music side of it forgot about us. I don't know. Maybe they're just upset that, you know, we started before them and they don't want to include us. But it's okay. Because your favorite rapper's talking about graffiti every single day. I mean, talk about hip hop stories, man. I was blessed, you know, when I started doing music, and DJ JS1 helped me out big time, get me in some doors in some places. And I met Craig G out when I was looking to do features and start broadening, just me and Jack doing things. I wanted to get some features from people that we loved and looked up to. I mean, who never listened to the Juice Crew growing up? Who never listened to Black Moon and Buckshot and all these guys? Who never listened to Brand Nubian, Sadat X and all these people? I grew up loving that shit, man. And don't get me wrong. I listen to rock. I listen to country. I listen to all sorts of music. I listen to oldies. I'm a music head, period. But I grew up in a certain culture. And to me, it was the music that motivated graffiti, the aggressive, hard stuff. You know what I'm saying? Aggressive, hard stuff. I loved it. And that's what was important to me. You know, I was at the very first Juice Crew reunion at BB King's with Craig. Craig's a good dude, man. Craig G is an unbelievable freestyle artist. He wrote some of the rhymes for 8 Mile. I don't know if you guys know that. He didn't write Eminem's part. But all the other guys that he battled, Craig G wrote all their stuff. He wrote stuff for Get Rich or Die Trying and 50 Cent. Craig G's a battle rapper. Was on probably the most biggest song in the world, The Symphony, with Big Daddy Kane, Master Ace, Cool G Rap. By far, one of the greatest things ever. Shout out Marley Marl, an innovator, the Juice Crew. So I'm cool with Craig, because you know what? I don't talk about hip-hop, I don't talk about rap. That's my free tip to you guys. If you meet a celebrity, you meet somebody, do not talk about what they do. Talk about sports. Talk about food, the weather. Ask them what's the most nicest place you ever visited. The second you mention their music career or a song that you think, oh my God, that song's the best. It changed my life. I love it. They're going to be like, yo, thanks. Give you the fist bump and walk away. I promise you. I met Craig and we were very similar. We're abusive. We like to go out and just enjoy ourselves and mingle and network. You know, you don't get nowhere in any industry unless you're networking. If you think you're going to sit home in your room and somebody's going to come knocking on your door that you're the best rapper or you're the best DJ or graffiti artist or your murals are the best, if you're not out there, they're never going to know that you're there. So I used to go a lot of places with Craig, man, and I cannot thank Craig enough for taking me under the wing and bringing me to events and schooling me on the real hip-hop industry. You know, funny hip-hop story. I went to Central Park for one of these jams that they had. And I believe it was Q-Tip that was performing. And I go there, I'm with Craig, we're back in the VIP area, and we're hanging out. But prior to getting in there, I'm standing outside and Craig's on the side talking to somebody, and I'm standing in the front waiting for Craig because we're going to walk in together. And who's standing in front of me? Kool Herc. Kool Herc, the godfather of hip-hop music. Kool Herc, standing in front of me with a denim graffiti jacket on with a Kool Herc piece on the back. And I'm standing there. You have these big black bouncers who have no idea who this man is. And I have to literally step in and say, excuse me, you know who this is? This is Kool Herc. You're working this hip-hop event because of this man. This man started hip-hop music. We're here to celebrate hip-hop music. I'm going to walk in with Craig, and you're not going to let the godfather of hip-hop go into this show? So Kool Herc just turns around and kind of looks at me like, who the hell is this white boy jabber-jawing with this security dude? I wasn't beefing with him. I was just telling him straight like, yo, my man, you know who this is, man? You should let this guy in before anybody on this list. Anybody that's here should not go in before this guy right here. So we get inside, we're hanging out, we're in the back, we're chilling. We're in the back room hanging out with Herc, you know, we're blazing, we're smoking, we're talking. And he looks at me and he's like, yo, thank you, man, I appreciate that. I was like, yo, dude, that was disgusting. How do people not know who the hell you are and you don't have full carte blanche? But yeah, here's a picture of us hanging out with Kool Herc. There he is with his jacket, just chilling out. I love it. And they're trying to say that hip-hop music is not a part of graffiti? So you mean to tell me that the godfather of hip-hop is wearing a graffiti jacket and that's not hip-hop? How are we not the same? That's what I'm saying. Somewhere along the line, somebody messed up. That's all I'm going to say. I'll tell you another hip-hop story. This is a treat. Back in the day in Bayside, in the TMR days, we were hanging out in this club on Bella Boulevard called Avanti's. It was a little club. You went downstairs in the basement. But the owners had a lot of feature people there. They had a lot of freestyle. They had a lot of hip-hop, some big DJs. It was unbelievable. And one night, we were in there with Shallow Parker, a.k.a. Shy Skills. Shy Skills is the guy that produced Onyx and put out Onyx's, all their stuff. Throw Your Guns, Shifty, all that stuff that you hear was produced by Shy Skills. And he joined with JMJ, Jam Master J, put everything out on JMJ Records, and that's how you heard about Onyx. But Shiloh is related to my boy Shenandoah. And Shenandoah was a huge TMR member, black guy, hanging out with white guys, because I know they used to love to say that TMR is racist. You're out of your mind. We have Spanish, Greek, Italian, black, Asian, you name it. Shout out Homicide. Shout out Duel. Shout out all the Greeks and everybody that we know. Even the guy from the police precinct in Bayside said, TMR is not a racist crew. They're multicolored. They do everything. So we're in Avanti's and we're chilling, and Shiloh's there. hanging out with Shannon, and this is right around when Onyx came out, so everything was popping for him. He comes to the club, he's got some girls with him, he's got a few of his friends, and we're hanging out in the club, and who's performing as a special guest? Fat Joe. Fat Joe coming to do his song, Flow Joe. We were fans, we loved it, we were good with hip-hop, we don't care where you're from or what you were doing. But somehow, Shiloh was on the dance floor, chilling, and a couple of these thugs came around him, eyeing his chain and his girls, and I don't know what they were trying to do, but somebody pushed up on him like they were going to do something, and it turned into a scuffle. Now, I don't know if you can understand, but in those days in Bayside, in the TMR days, we had massive TMR members, and we had a shitload of friends of ours, acquaintances that were in the neighborhood that were with us all the time. So when shit was going to go down, the whole club unfolded. Everybody in the club just went right to that circle. What's going on over here? Shannon started going sick because that's his uncle. And bouncers brought Fat Joe into the corner. And I remember standing there and the bouncers telling Joe, yo, stay right here, man. Just don't do it, bro. This is their club. This is their neighborhood, bro. And I seen a look on his face like he ain't never seen nothing like that. I know these guys get down on the Bronx. I know all about it. I've been around. But that's the first time I've ever seen that look on Joe's face. Like, yo, what the hell is going on in here? Like Voltron. 100, 200 white boys and all these other dudes just... Whoosh. They were like, yo, just stay right here, man. That was an unbelievable night. I remember it like it was yesterday. A lot of treat hip-hop stories. You know, Craig called me up and he tells me, he's like, yo, we're doing this Juice Crew reunion. The first show's going to be at BB King's. I was like, really? The whole Juice Crew is going to be there. Everybody from the Juice Crew is going to be there. Molly's going to be there. Everyone's going to be there. I was like, Craig, come on, bro. You got to get me on the list. Take me in with you. Come on. I need a laminate. I need a pass. I need to be there. So, of course, my brother went above and beyond. Took me with him way early when they were doing the press conference. And got me in there like I'm his manager. So I walked in there with him, and I'm walking around and watching them all. And I got this treat footage of when, for the first time, they had all the Juice Crew members up on the stage, and it was nothing but press. There was absolutely not one fan or any hip-hop people yet in this club. It was still super early. And here I am standing in the middle of all this press, filming a treat. Watching these people interact, saying hello. Man, I can't even talk about it. Check this out for yourself. Here it is.
Come on, Danny. Come on, go ahead, Danny. Hey, Molly, stay in the middle, please. Man, you. Daddy, yeah, stand on the side. There you go. Perfect. Right after you left. Right in the middle. Real quick, there we go. 1, 2, let's go. Nice. Thank you, fellas and ladies. Nice. I'm sorry. No. Everybody, it's easy for you guys to get.
Come on, man. What do you know about that? That's true hip-hop. I was standing right there. And can you imagine what the show was like? Once we were in there later, backstage, everybody was back there. The first ever Juice Crew reunion. Man, I grew up on all this stuff, man. It gets me hype. It gets me hype when I hear this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like when I talk about hip-hop stories? One of my favorite producers ever, Large Professor, a.k.a. Large Pro, Extra P, from the group Main Source and Flushing. Faking the Funk, Looking at the Front Door. The guy responsible for Nas's career. He put Nas on the song Live at the Barbecue. It's the first time you ever heard Nas rap. Large Pro started producing stuff for Nas. Small world, man. And I was elated and happy to be around these people, man. Because to me, it was a gift and a blessing. So one night, I'm hanging out with J.A. and we're chilling, and I know Large Professor's having a little release party at Fat Beats in downtown Manhattan. So I said, yo, I want to make a stop. We're going to the city. I'm going to go stop and see this guy, Large Professor. He's like, who? Whatever. I said, Large Professor from Main Source. You know these songs? He was like, what? You know that dude? I was like, yeah, man. I worked with him before, man. He's a unbelievable talent, man. Large Pro is one of the only other people that can DJ with his hands while he's rapping on the mic. Pure production genius. What a gentleman. So I take JA, we go to Fat Beats, and we're hanging out there. And I seen Large Professor, he sees me, comes over, all in respect, shakes my hand, says, what's up? I says, listen, Paul, I want to introduce you to somebody. This is JA. He looked at me like I was crazy. JA. You're JA? He was like, yeah, man, what's up to meet you, bro? Pleasure, I'm a fan. And I got a picture of these two guys. And to me, this is monumental hip-hop. One of my favorite producers in the world, and one of my favorite graffiti writers in the world. Hanging out together. Creating memories, man. Introducing people, going through the list of things. Trust me, I could be here all day telling you stories, man. Of me just getting together with my boys, Germs and Topaz and Jack, and just getting in the studio and writing and having fun, listening to beats while we're doodling, drawing in books and doing all sorts of cool stuff. I mean, you had to be there and around and in the element, and you can't put a price on any of that. To me, I had unbelievable times, and I am grateful and thankful for every single person that I have worked with, I've done gallery shows with, that I've done any kind of projects with. I mean, I've done things I never thought in a million years I would ever do. You know, JS1 and I, we produced an album for Sadat X. Unbelievable. You know, I did this track with Craig G and my boy Jack, and when Craig G was doing a Craig Marley Marl album, like their own personal reunion album, Craig came to me and asked me, he's like, yo, can I put the song on the album? This song, How About the Mic? With Cold Heat featuring Craig G. And to me, I was just like, I have a song on a hip-hop album with Craig G and Marley Marl? I don't know about you, but I'm blessed. Thoroughly blessed for the people that I've worked with and what I've done. And the bad news is, I'm not dead yet. I'm still working on so many things you have no idea. Don't be surprised what I'm going to be doing next. But talking about graffiti, I want to turn you guys on to probably one of my favorite graffiti websites of all time. Bombing Science. Shout out to all the people over at Bombing Science. Joe, all the good people over there. They work very hard, man, for the culture. They're bringing you brands, interviews, their blogs, their vlogs. Everything that they're doing is just top notch. I believe since 1998, Bombing Science has been supporting all graffiti brands. Montana Paint, Flame, Iron Lac, markers from Crink all down to Pilot and all these other markers. They sell caps. They sell clothing. They sell a lot of stuff, man. Go check out Bombing Science if you don't know about it, because they're one of the probably only premier sites that literally promotes the Graff culture. On all their social media platforms, they're showing artists working on stuff. They're showing interviews. And I don't just mean New York or America. I mean around the whole world. They cover everything. They don't care what country you're in. If you're writing graffiti, you're an artist, they're probably covering you. And I appreciate that more than ever, because there's not a lot of full-fledged websites right now that you can go and like buy Montana gear or cans or certain caps. Or if you're looking for something certain, you go to Bombing Science. Huge fan of that website. Definitely love what they're doing. And I just want them to keep pushing the culture. Because this is what we're trying to do. Trying to teach people about graffiti culture. It's like baby steps. You got to take baby steps before you start running. So we're starting out slow. Breaking Night with BL, episode 8. Teaching you small things here and there, because sooner or later it's going to escalate to big stories and advanced stuff. And you're going to need to know the lingo and what I'm talking about. Because, you know, like any other thing, graffiti has its own lingo. Top to bottoms, whole cars, window downs, racking. You know what I'm saying? Mushed. You know what it's like? Getting mushed back in the day. They just put the hand on your face and push you. That was a mush. So it's a whole nother element to learning lingo and learning. When you're listening to a writer talking in an interview, you're probably not catching half the stuff he's saying because he's talking about things and he's using the lingo that you're probably not familiar with. Like you need a little dictionary that gives you all this little, at the glossary, at the end of the book, you know, they tell you what each book, what everything means. This is what we're going to do here. But I want to give a couple of shout outs. I want to shout out my boy Bobby, aka RB, the freight animal. Man, this guy's leaving no room for nobody, man. Suck it up. Keep playing catch up. Because this guy's killing the freights right now. Like it or not. Shout out my boy Vinny, 3YB. Shout out Smith. Shout out Ichabod. Ichabod, the freight king of graffiti. I don't care what you say. Ichabod is the Lord Chief Rocker of freights. Gotta love and respect that guy. Every time I see something from him, I'm just like, wow, look at this guy. He's amazing. He's killing it. Shout out to my boy Pee-wee, TPA. No shots today, by the way. I got a big day. I got a lot of stuff going on. I can't be getting here getting wrecked with you guys. That's just not how I do. I run a professional show here. I'm not here to party and get high and get all fucked up. But I will do a shot once in a while. Maybe smoke a little weed. It's good for you. Build your creative juices. I want to give a big shout out to RD. RD is a complete gentleman and a complete Graff animal. And if you have not been on his show, go on YouTube, search for RD's show. He's probably the only writer I can listen to. He tells it like it is. RD's not a knock around kind of dude. I dare you to fuck with that guy. He'll pick you up, slam you on the ground, and shake you around like a Chucky doll. It's comical. Shout out to my boy MA. Shout out to CE. Shout out to Germs and Topaz. Shout out to Coop, TA7. Man. Coop commented on one of my videos before, and I couldn't believe it. Coop and Noe, original TA7 members from Sunnyside, Woodside. I used to go back in the day there with Breeze and chill with them. Man, TA7, they were not a crew to fuck with. Shout out to Coop, man. I miss you, dude. Met you a very long time ago. I know what you were about. I know you're loving your life right now, and I'm so happy. But props to you, man. Props to Breeze. Shout out to Breeze. Shout out to Deck Vic Crew. Deck, man. We're going to talk a lot about Deck in future episodes. Shout out to No FYA. Shout out to my boy Violate. Violate, man. Down south, killing freights, man. Holding it down, man. I love and respect it. Of course, as always, shout out my homie Swiss Precise, a.k.a. Swiss Treats. Knights of Bedlam and Horror. Destroy everything. That's what I do in my life. Whatever I'm doing, I destroy it. In a good way. Bad, not bad, but bad meaning good. You know, Run DMC. I destroy everything. I destroy my podcast. I destroy writing scripts. I destroy loving and caring about my family. I'm destroying it right now. And that's all I care about. So, big shout out to all of you. I do want to say Merry Christmas to you and your family. Don't be spending a fortune on gifts. Money can't buy love. You know what you can do? Pick up the phone and call them. Go see them. Ring their bell. Knock on their door. Remember back in the day, you used to have to go call for somebody. You know, go ring their bell, see if they're home. And then you go to the next house till the parents tell you, oh, they're at the park. They said down the block by the park. Or they're on the corner by the store. Go see them. He said he's down by the store. All right, thank you, Miss So-and-so. I miss those days. Money can't buy love. Spend time with family and friends. Enjoy your Christmas holidays. And just, like I say, sometimes you got to stop and smell the roses. You got to stop and enjoy yourself. Okay? Take care of yourself. Go take a ride by the beach. Take a walk. You know, this is why I see people, you know, they do like yoga and they just like get away and they just shut the brain down. You know, I was reading an article once a while ago about peace of mind. And in this article, it named all these things that get cluttered in your head that are taking up rent space in your brain from having a good day. Like you hear a song in the morning maybe that you hate or that reminds you of somebody. Or you leave the house and, you know, somebody right away, you know, you get into an argument or they bump into you or you miss your bus or something happens to it. You're just having a bad day already. For me, I'll go on social media and I'll just see nonsense, whether it's news, with what's going on in our country. They're just feeding us nonsense and bullshit. And I hope to God you guys are not believing that. Because you see how they cheated for the election. You see how they're giving away all of our money. You see how they're embracing complete strangers in our country that our families built. My grandfather was a local one union elevator member. He built some of the biggest high-rises in New York City. He built Manhattan. My grandfather's not with us today. God bless him. But his memory is here. What he's done has been here. And what they're doing by giving money away because they're so corrupt is horrible. Like you heard in the song, QU. The block belongs to the government. So enjoy your life. Pick and choose your battles. And just really take care of yourself, man. Your health, your mental stress and everything is more important than anything in the world. Because trust me, the news is going to get you. Rumors are going to get you. You're going to be around coworkers that aren't your friends, feeding you bullshit all day. And you're actually going to listen to it and start thinking. I'm not one of these people that tell me, yo, you know, the sky's red outside. I don't run around telling everybody, yo, I heard the sky's red. Yo, did you see the sky's red? I don't know, did you see? No, I didn't see it. I'm just repeating what this guy said. I'm the type, I look for myself. Nope, sky's blue. Who the fuck told you they're red? They're burnt. Thank you for tuning in to Breaking Night with BL, episode 8. As always, I love and respect you guys. I wish everybody nothing but the best. Whatever you're doing, I hope you prosper and become successful. I hope your family grows to be who you want it to be. I hope your little business grows to be on Forbes magazine. I don't hate on nobody. Anybody who knows me knows I'm the type. If I could do something to help you, introduce you to someone who can maybe get you to the next level, that's what BL does. BL's not a hater. BL's a congratulator. Love and respect, everybody. Peace to you.